welcome to Podcast On Wheelz, episode number 35. Today we have a special guest that has been on this podcast series. His name is William, and he's married to Donnie. So would you like? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. For those who don't know you.
Hello. I have not been on a podcast in almost 2 months.
Yep.
And I've changed a lot since you have last seen me on the podcast. I was on the podcast, I don't know which episode, but it was like an interable questions one, and we had Emmy and me and Donnie and Doc, and we just answered a bunch of questions as an interable couple. And now Donnie was the one who was a wheelchair user back then, and he still is. He hasn't changed much. And but I have changed a lot. I wasn't in a wheelchair. I wasn't using feeding tubes or anything. I became a quadriplegic about 3 weeks ago. And I've been learning to cope with that and deal with that as the reality of my situation, and I've been doing phenomenal. I've been doing great, and I'm not in pain or anything. I've changed a lot, and now I'm a quadriplegic instead of not. Instead of not.
Oh God. Nice way to represent disability, not normal.
Oh, gee. No. Okay, I don't know how to explain things.
That openly in the public. We're not going to get shamed.
Yeah. But Donnie currently, the reason why he's not on this podcast is because he went through an MRI today, including his medicine for chemotherapy. Yep. He has a second extensive round on Monday, but I didn't want to pile that on him where he had a 3 to 4 hour MRI today. He has surgery tomorrow as well as me, and he has extensive chemotherapy on Monday, and I think he's getting a haircut on Sunday. So it's a crazy tiring 4 days. So I'm letting him rest before the night before our surgery, because let's just face it, he's going to be tired tomorrow. He's already asleep. He's been asleep for over an hour now, so he's tired, and I get it. That's perfectly normal. I gave his meds. Well, Sydney helped, obviously, because I can't fucking pull a syringe, but I can help him with the meds. I haven't. Anyway, that's basically why you're not seeing Donnie in this podcast episode, and what has happened to me since the last time I've been on these podcasts on wheels, because I'm not a very big I'm not on wheels. Fuck, oh my God. Okay. Oh God. She just said you're now on wheels. Okay. Okay, oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say! Fuck!
Oh my God!
William,
you are right near my microphone. Do not scream. Oh, don't cough in it either.
No, it's covering my mouth. Oh my God!
William, this is so bad. No one wants to hear you COVID cough all over the mic.
COVID? I don't have COVID. I hope I didn't get shoved out for my friend who had shoved out. Okay. I hope I don't get a stomachache to their parents having stomachache issues.
Yeah, you just keep the mic. You're talking about strep throat, you might COVID cough.
Oh God.
Getting all over it. Yeah, you just keep that mic. That is not in your possession. The
mic
is now yours.
The mic is now in my possession.
You're on the podcast you want. You're gonna quit.
Bye, bitch.
You might give pneumonia, COVID, strep throat in our lungs.
Oh, that sounds awful. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say.
He's clueless.
You distracted me. Anyway.
You COVID coughing all over the
mic. Okay. This has gone from professional to unprofessional.
I know.
It wasn't even
professional.
Yeah. Okay.
You're generally talking how you cannot hold a syringe.
Yeah.
And you were adapting to new things.
Yeah, but Donnie has a tiring 4 days, and I want to let him get some sleep, so that's why I'm running the podcast. So
Yep.
I will let Doc talk about some very interesting, intriguing things she said she urgently wanted to say during the podcast. So I'm going to turn that on to her, and yeah. I don't know what the fuck that was.
How'd you snap?
Cindy snap, not me.
You got spit on the microphone. Wait, oh! Wipe that off.
Where? Where? I don't see
You
it.
don't see that spit?
Oh. Girl, calm down.
My OCD
I'm
hates
sorry.
this.
Sorry.
My OCD hates this. Oh, he just. Oh!
Girl, calm down.
He,
Guys,
I
it's a
saw-
millimeter tiny jar.
I saw spit on the mic. Whenever I've done it from Dolly, I've never seen an ounce of spit. When you have it for like 5 minutes, I see spit. Because you COVID coughed all over the mic.
I didn't cough on the mic.
You apparently did. You found some way to get spit on the mic.
Okay, now just talk.
So, please stop COVID coughing over there.
I just coughed.
So, no,
Your ass cough.
he might got pneumonia. William, are you okay?
No, I mean,
We're in the same room. Stop it.
please.
Stop now.
Oh my God.
Exit the room. I'm just kidding.
Damn. I'm being nice enough to join this podcast with you.
So,
Oh, this one. My kids are nice and running.
Okay, speaking on to the story. What? God, you like coughed like 8 times. Okay, chill. Okay, it's only been 7 minutes of filming, William. I'm concerned.
Okay, go ahead.
So stories that I actually want to tell because they're actually super interesting and super awesome. Like, new facts that I
Weird
learned.
dog.
Yes, there's a weird
So you have some interesting
dog.
stories. To
Yes,
tell me.
this dog is so weird. So Blake, he was a person in your
IEP.
IEP special testing room that they go to since they just need
For
extra
NC
help.
testing, that was February 27th.
Yeah. And he's the one in the gray hoodie and
Yep,
everything and
I know
stuff.
him.
And so first off, I told him the story about this seizure on the bus. This seizure happened at 8 like something.
Yep.
8:08, you'd say.
Like something
So,
around that time.
Yeah, so we were on.
8:16.
Yeah, we were on. No, not 8:16. We were off the bus by then.
Like 8:12.
Like 8:08. I think it was 8:08 actually.
I don't know.
It had to be.
I wasn't fucking tracking time.
No. But. Oh, excuse me. So we were on the bus. We were just casually driving to school. It was a normal time. We were just heading to college on the bus. Me and William and Donnie and Emmy were all on the bus, just chilling there, having a fun time, laughing like normal until we hear a. I know. It sounds so. It's like.
Yeah, suffocating. I thought he was fucking choking.
And then after he was like.
Yeah, like
He was making those sounds that I often do myself. But I never actively.
Seconds I knew it was
Yeah,
a seizure.
because William was first like, is he like choking?
Because he made that suffocated. He wasn't showing signs of a seizure at first, but then 5-10 seconds I said seizure.
And so I was like, no. I tried looking at him more, medical, and I noticed his arm is flailing
Yeah, I
above the
noticed
bus
that too.
and I saw his hand like shaking. I was like, no, William, he's not choking, he's having a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
And I could tell this was the tonic-clonic. I could tell the way his body dropped. Clonic is where you fall and you start convulsing. Tonic is where you shake.
Oh, yeah.
And he was shaking and flailing in the arms, and he randomly fell, and he started making these
Yeah,
like those noises. And then he had, like, the bus driver stopped the bus. The bus went to a complete stop. We were all just chilling there, and she started grabbing tissues and saying, "It's okay, breathe," and all this other stuff. It was scary. It only lasted a couple minutes because it, like, what, was a 2 minute to 1 minute seizure?
Yeah.
And then, we drive to school, we get the rest of the way there, we go to first period. As I'm strolling to first period, I see Miss Davis, who I know. He's walking with her, her arm around him. And she's like, "Oh, like, can you remember before you had the seizure? Can you were," and like, asking all these seizure protocol questions while walking very carefully. And, I think they were getting him to the nurse's office or doing something, but that's the last I saw of him. And I really hope he is okay after that event, because, that can be traumatic.
He wasn't even on the bus the afternoon.
No.
His ass went home.
Yeah,
We
we didn't see him this afternoon when we were getting on the bus. Nope, we just didn't see him. I saw him, like, stare at me. Not weird. He just, like, looked at me, and I saw him with, tissues in his lap and some spit on his chin. So I could tell he had, just spit. But continuing on that, Blake has epilepsy.
Oh, I did not know that.
I never knew that. And he has seizures, and they're quite terrifying.
Oh, really?
The last time he had a tonic-clonic episode was 2 years ago.
Oh.
And he about choked in 6th grade. In 6th grade, to set the scene, he was in a classroom.
Okay.
Or at somewhere with children in the room, and he starts, like, his body falls to the side of the desk, and he starts
Convulsing?
his eyes. He doesn't really make convulsion sounds. He just,
Like he
his eyes flutter.
Like
And he started choking in the midway.
Like on spit or food?
Spit. And his family, oh no, he was at his house, never mind, not at school, I'm thinking of the other ones. So, that was one of the several bad seizures.
Wow.
He's had several thousands of absent seizures.
What the fuck?
And on medication, he was just like,
Oh,
"Blake?
God.
Blake?"
Oh.
And he
We're
said
just having all the seizures.
he doesn't know when he's having an absence, he just knows the other ones.
Oh.
And so, he was one time, this was a bad seizure, it was on Easter. That's why he calls it Seizure Easter.
Ah, that's not me.
He was, it was Easter, he was on, like, his family couch or something, and starts convulsing and chokes midway during the seizure. His family thought that he was playing, because he has had several seizures, he could be faking one. It's fine. That's until they noticed his face turning blue. He was quite literally suffocating as he was seizing on the couch.
Oh, hell
And
no.
he could hear everything. He was alert. So he felt he was suffocating but was alert and could hear his family freaking out.
Oh my God.
And hear,
Dead ass.
and he woke up in an ambulance.
Go dead ass, sorry, cold chills.
That's so creepy. I got cold chills thinking about it.
Yeah, no, I got
And
like
then,
cold
and
chills
then
all
what
around
he
the
thinks of one thing, he hates these seizures. He has nightmares about these seizures. He was, no, not that seizure, the other one.
I know.
He would, like, flop to the side and start, convulsing. But he would go completely blind.
Oh.
Like black blind.
Oh my God.
He would see nothing but be fully aware. And he would not be able to see for an hour and a half after the seizure.
Oh, honey, no.
And it would slowly progress back to normal.
That's so creepy.
So he would be fully aware, convulsing, having a tonic-clonic.
But not see anything around.
He's on medication. He told me he was on medication for it. And he still had them. Not the bad ones. He calls them the bad ones because he has several of them. And the last year he had like a seizure he could remember was maybe 9th grade? When he was like 15. That's the last time he had a bad seizure.
Okay.
He's 17.
Damn. He's a lot older than I thought.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, 17. But, so he's like, that was only 2 years ago since he last had a bad one, and he doesn't really remember the other ones. I mean, he could, remember. He wouldn't tell he's having an absence. He'll just,
I didn't see something like that.
I was like, no, I don't recall you ever looking into space or something. You're looking inadequately distracted. Like, thankfully, he hasn't had a seizure that I seen. And there was one, I feel so bad for every child in that 8th grade. He would have so many seizures a day that he couldn't even make it through first without having a seizure.
What?
It happened so frequently, every single class member knew what to do. They're like, Miss, he's doing that again on his desk, convulsing again. Okay,
Oh
you know what to do. Move on the desk and lay him on the floor. They would happen so often. He was having issues with his dad, and that's not uncommon, sadly. And he was having issues, so they would just bring him home. And you know what the worst luck is? He had them for 3 weeks straight. And they would tell him to get sent home. Okay? Yay, I'm so happy to go back to school. A worldwide pandemic. COVID-19 happens on the day he's supposed to come back.
For real?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
I was like, no way that just happened. Because,
In, like,
see,
March
he was a
2020.
kid who really loved school.
Yes,
And-
back then I really loved physical learning because
Yeah.
we were deprived of it for a year and a fucking half.
He was 8th grade, like just right before, and then he had the seizure for 2 weeks, was off for a whole week, wanted to go back to school. The day he was able to come back, global pandemic. Who gets that unlucky?
We got sent like a pink note and it said, "Oh, hey, students of this school will be taking break for 2 weeks, quarantine 2 weeks." And that quarantine from 2 weeks turned into, I don't know, like fucking 70 or 80 weeks.
Yeah, it was a long time. So I felt so bad. And one time in 8th grade or 7th grade, he had a special aide around him 24/7 of the school day.
Okay.
That's how bad they were. One time they were at the assembly. He had to sit in between rails, so if he would fall, it would catch him.
Ooh.
At the assembly,
Smack your head.
people think he gone possessed. His face got smushed. Why he was convulsing in between the bars, so his face was all smudged. And,
Oh my god.
and every 8th grader just stared at him.
That's not really a helpful way to help a kid with a seizure. Have an adult sit next to him on the rails.
I know,
Because
there was an
these-
adult. That's why he only ended up with a little bruise.
Why did his face smash against the rails?
I don't know. He never told me the real explanation, but his face got smushed up, like, in between rails, and his eye was going up, and his whole body was fucking convulsing. Well, that was Amy. Do you think kids would get scared? And he comes back to class the next day, feeling fine, feeling normal.
I'd be like,
All the class stares at him like,
That girl.
and he said, "Oh, are you go-" And the classmate said, "Are you gonna have that thing again?" He's like, I don't know. And I said, "Yeah, depending on what your body decides that morning." And he said, I said, "Oh, I'll just see what my body can muster up this morning."
Must up a seizure, spasm, something.
Yeah, that was like, I found that joke funny, and he laughed as well. We didn't care. Because he said, "I don't know, let's see what my body can do today."
Muster up.
And he
Muster up
said, "Well, we're about to find out." And he doesn't really, he feels normal before his seizures. There are only rare sometimes
Some
that
people get Aurora.
Oh, I'm now remembering the story.
What, girl?
He was on the couch. His brother was home from college. His head goes down, and he starts dry heaving up nothing. He starts throwing up nothing because his body is randomly forcing him to throw up. He's like,
oh my god.
but like that, but convulsing and blind.
Oh my god. Wait,
So-
so he was dry heaving up nothing. He was blind.
Yeah. And he was convulsing and just hearing his family freak out. So like, and like add convulsing and shaking
Oh
to
my
that
God.
blindness, and you're
If I
just,
saw that bitch, I would be crying.
and the brother was like, oh,
Not him, but the
no, but oh my God, that was so terrifying. So his head was just straight down, and he was dry heaving up nothing. And I said, you were dry heaving up nothing? So that's terrifying. That was our whole seizure talk. It was actually fun.
Like over 10-15 minutes of this podcast has been talking about be on.
Okay, that can happen
I'm
sometimes.
sorry about
That has rarely ever happened where a link
I don't know
would
what
just
happened.
randomly spawn up. Because we record off computer screen. I don't know if you know this, but we actually have like a whole computer screen thing. We screen, like, it's a whole process, so
It's
no.
better that way. 'Cause
Yeah.
then it would be fucking horrible.
No.
If we just
Yeah, this is way better. You are happy that you are getting this.
I hope you're happy.
But no, but that
Okay.
really ever happens that a notification will just randomly pop up out of nowhere, and now to a humping dog.
Oh, what?
A humping
A
dog.
humping dog.
A dog who would quite literally hump people.
Humping?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the?
And did you know he had to get humped by that dog?
What the?
He was a Great Dane.
Bitch, no.
They named him Humphrey. I wonder why. And he would just chase you and land on you and hump you on the chest, like.
Ew! I would arrest that bitch.
Thrusting his balls on
Bro, we're
you.
gonna get demonic. Not demonic. What the fuck?
We don't even make money.
Don't even upload this podcast. What the fuck? Ew! Okay, never. I don't want to hear shit about that dog story. Let's move on.
No.
Son of a bitch.
No.
Ew! I don't hear about that.
Okay, so all the kids, so if they would see him come out, they would all run to the trampoline. And the poor little sister, I feel so bad. She would get, so he has like a lot of sisters, like more than so much. And so the poor littlest would get knocked off the trampoline. From the only safety you had from the big, I think it was a little pit bull. Yeah, he was tiny. Sorry, he was not a Great Dane. He was a tiny little puppy. That's not a great puppy. Y'all got.
Oh, he a tiny, he a big ass Great Dane.
No, I just said he's William. I just said William.
Yeah.
William, I just said like 2 seconds ago he's actually not a Great Dane.
Oh.
I said, oh, sorry, he's not a Great Dane.
Oh.
So he's like a little puppy football. Football, come on!
Football. Oh my god!
But what the?
Go!
Damn, what time is it? It's only 10:12. How have we only been filming for? We've been filming for a good 22 minutes. Ew.
What? Cindy was listening right here.
Okay, so there was this little dog, and and I'm sorry if you guys get grossed out by gagging. We did not mean to set off any emetophobia, because I haven't. William, did you just burp? Really? Oh, no. Get me out of this room. Well, dang, you can't either.
I guess you're right.
But I guess, because my hands are on my joystick, I can't, drag my chair. Oh my god, are you okay? Like, no.
No, Lucius.
Oh my god. Shut up. So, there was this.
Oh my god.
Before I throw this whole computer at your head.
What the fuck, dog? Do you realize I still recording?
Yep. Oh no. The next thing you Oh no.
Actually, I want to get
Babe, you were going fucking dark on this one.
Okay, apparently I'm not.
You want it?
No. Apparently I'm not welcomed as a fucking guest, so I'm just gonna leave.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hump a dog.
Okay, shut up. Of course you are welcome. This podcast has actually been hilariously funny. So there was this random dog. Random. Very random. Very strange.
Bitch.
Very psycho in the head. He would, all the children of him and his brothers would just see that dog. And they would start running to the trampoline. It was like life or death. Jump on the trampoline, and that poor tiny sister who was like, 4 or 6, got pushed off the trampoline. And that dog went on her and gyrating its body on her chest. And it would get off and try to look for other victims every single day. And one time Blake got trapped under. He tripped. I think he somehow got humped by the dog. I don't know what he did, but he got humped by the dog. And the dog would do that on your chest.
I don't want to ask. How does it feel?
I don't know. I've never been humped by a dog. And plus, I have no sensation on my stomach.
I have no sensation from my half ribs down, so I would.
Yeah.
If you
Oh. That would not be the noise I would make. Babe, what the fuck?
Oh my god. Okay, seriously, this is nasty. This grosses me the fuck out. I can't talk. This is nasty and me out.
I told you, we had to talk about a weird dog. And we got that subject over with. Is there anything you want to talk about, like your quadriplegia, that has been tough or rough?
Nope.
What do you think, Dirty?
No. No, what? That's what?
No.
I just said no.
We have to make this longer than 6 minutes. Oh, are you okay? He's like...
Your neck.
My spine cracked. Oh.
Fucking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God.
Well, he was getting mad over there.
I'm right here. Cindy's getting mad.
Oh.
You keep knocking her down.
Sorry, Cindy.
Oh no, not Cindy's screaming.
No.
Oh god. Oh god.
Don't say that. God.
Oh shit.
Why has this podcast gone from seizures to sex? So, like, we have to make this longer. Do you want to talk about, like, your quadriplegia and how that's been? Like, on an actual standpoint of professional? Please. For me.
Nothing.
Take some microphone. No, like, people have to know more about your quadriplegia. Like, basically, on how you've just been navigating it and... Basically, just, how you've been navigating it and what's your new routines and everything, because I'm sure people would like to know. Passing it on to William. In a professional.
Oh, my phone.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
We're not starting a vlog. We're doing a podcast.
A vlog? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid as fuck. Okay, anyway, don't be saying when we were talking about humping dogs. That's weird.
It wasn't my story.
The fact that you decided to tell me that is weird.
I told you we had to talk about a weird dog.
But did I really think it was going to be humping people? A 4-year-old's chest. That's that's not,
We're not possibilities.
it's fucking nasty. Oh my god. Anyway, how my quadriplegic journey has been going so far is, actually it's been going very well. I have been adapting to new things like wheelchairs, tracheostomy, feeding tubes, bowel routine, medications, tasks I used to be able to do easier. Yeah, it's basically what I've been learning about over the past couple of 3 weeks.
About like new ways to use the restroom.
Yes.
How's that been going? Like, normally.
So
is it different from you? Like, how was your experience from going able-bodied to a quadriplegia?
Yep.
And having to adapt?
Yep. So with the bathroom thing, back then when I was able-bodied and I wasn't a quadriplegic, I would go to the bathroom like normal. Like, I would stand up to pee and then I would sit down to poop and then that would be good and I'll be done within a couple minutes. For me now, what I use for number one, which is pee. I use catheterization, which is I get lube, a catheter tube, a mat to cover up that area, and then if I'm lying down, a chucks pad, and then a catheter tube and a cath bag. So I use those things to help me pee, which obviously is a little bit of a longer process. You have to lube up the tube, and then you have to put the catheter tube inside the baggie, and then you put the tip that's supposed to go up there, and then you put the mat, and then it takes me at least 10 minutes to empty my bladder all the way with the catheters. So what took me like 1 minute, it now takes me 10 minutes, if not a little longer than that. But the catheters have not been that bad. The pooping, in the other sense, has been way harder than the catheterizations. Because what I used to do was just sit down, do my business, wipe, and then be good. But for me now, is we have this accessible buckle in the bathroom, and then we have the little footrest to try to hold down my legs if they're spasming. And we might have my service dog Sadie come in, but Sydney has to help.
You know too much about your service dog.
Yeah, Sydney has to help buckle me in because I can't do that on myself. But what the fuck? Oh God, Sid! Oh God. Okay.
You do realize you're near Mike, right?
Yeah, I know.
God.
Just thinking of diabolical shit. Anyway, I can't do that for myself.
Still sounds wrong.
It's better than what I just said earlier. So, I do this routine, and I have this shot that normally works within 30 minutes. It's my stimulation shot, where you put it up my butthole.
Butthole?
Oh my God. And then oh shit. And I don't know how to explain it. You squirt.
Basically, the serum goes this way.
The medication that's helping stimulate goes up there, and then it stimulates everything. 30 minutes later, I have a successful bowel movement. Now, not every time that works, but every single fucking time it works. So.
Not every single, well, but it actually works.
But it takes me over 40 minutes to do my bowel routine. Why it used to just take me 10 minutes at max if it was a bad day. But yeah, going to the toilet has definitely changed a lot more. Including I have new things. Goddamn, I'm yawning. Including I have new things like service dog. I had my tracheostomy removed a while ago, and then I have a feeding tube, and I use a wheelchair, a manual wheelchair, and an electrical wheelchair. I use catheters. I use shots. I take medication. I use adaptive equipment in my bed. I use overnight catheter bags. I use a lot of stuff now that I never had to use as an able-bodied person. And I was able-bodied for 66 years, and I have been non-able-bodied for 3 weeks. So I definitely, I guess I remember what feeling used to feel like there, but I can't feel down there anymore. I can't feel my legs, can't feel my feet, can't feel my hips, can't feel my stomach. Excuse me. I can't, and I can only feel from the bottom of my ribs up. So meaning my arms, my neck, my head, and that's about as far as it can go. So I don't really feel, I do not feel, shit. I feel, when I it's one of the dyslexic moments. Shit. What I feel is less than what I don't feel.
I feel so bad.
I'm struggling, y'all. It's 10:24. I'm having a stroke. Anyway, my podcast.
I just feel about
Shit. Back it up. Speaking of having a stroke.
We never were speaking of
my quadriplegic journey has been going great so far. I had my first surgery. Not my first. Okay.
I feel like we shouldn't do these at night. And now it's
Yeah.
getting bad. We're becoming unprofessional YouTubers.
Okay, honey, we were already in professional.
No more.
Oh, and if you also wonder why now we have like 627 videos, instead of like 700 fucking 50 something, because I deleted all the fucking pointless vlogs. Math class, an hour 35 minutes. Who the fuck wants to watch that? Really? Oh. Anyway, apparently I turned it. What the fuck? Really? Who? Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I deleted all those because they're fucking pointless. But.
Can you stop cussing? I'm just kidding. I don't get that. Oh. Okay, never mind. I have no say.
You do have a say. Anyway.
Yeah, the top. Just kidding.
But my quadriplegic journey has been going great so far. My husband's cancer journey has been going.
Been shifting.
Touche.
Been shifting.
He lost about 6 stone. He's lethargic, weak, and that's mainly all his symptoms right now, like weight loss, severe fatigue, and that's about it right now. But there'll be a lot more coming in the future, which is great. Not really, but the second round is Monday, so that's fun. So yeah, second round out of 60, so that's fucking great. Bitch, it's not. Anyway, God.
You're waving the microphone. Calm down, please.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I think that's all I need to talk about. Do you need...
God,
10 a.m.
Help us.
Damn, do you need to talk about anything else?
Oh shit, don't touch the mic, bro. You touching the mic. I know, but we have to reposition it because I can't physically hit or readjust the mic. So talking about the bathroom. What? No, not Matthew's home. Well, never mind.
Matthew's home.
No, what? Never mind. No. Okay. Speaking on the bathroom thing that William, was speaking about a while ago, and that's totally fine. So for me, back then, I kind of knew what going to the bathroom was, as a disabled person, was like, at 15 when I started using a cane. That was okay for me. I could still use the bathroom like normally, just, had to set my cane down somewhere. But then when I started, actually getting in a chair and, having more leg weakness and could only walk a specific feet a day, that would be bad. So, so it just eventually, progressed even more. Like the leg weakness, I would have to transfer myself. That can't be done now since I have, upper extremity weakness more than what I had back then. I only had like a little arm weakness further down the road, but not in the beginning where I could still use the restroom like normal, transfer myself onto the toilet if my legs had gone limp or something. Because back then I had F&D, and I still do have F&D, but my legs would just go through random paralysis episodes. I didn't know what it was like to be a paralyzed person, but I kind of knew what it was like to have paralysis bouts, and I thought those were horrible. I can't move my legs. I can't do anything I want because I can't walk. That was such a big misleading thing because people who can't walk or who have severe physical limitations can do the things they want, just in different ways.
Yeah.
Just call it what it is. Say, oh yeah, I went skydiving or something like that. Not say, oh, he's so inspirational for going skydiving, going out to a grocery store. No, he's not. He's a normal able-bodied, not really able-bodied, no offense. He's a normal person going to the supermarket and grabbing or buying groceries. that's so inspirational, but you don't congratulate 50 other people in this, like, the same store. Oh, congratulations for coming out of your home today and actually going grocery shopping. People would find that weird. You go up to a normal able-bodied person and you say, congratulations, for, it's so amazing to see you out of your house and actually getting up today. Do you think that's because I'm disabled I can't get up? Obviously I can't get up physically, but I will get up and in my chair and everything and would want to start the day. You think that disabled people are so sad with their life that they don't get up in the morning and physically just can't do anything? Like, that their mind actually wants? Like, no, we are normal people. We are all normal people. I don't think there should be, like, a classification of who's not normal. Everyone is practically normal. Maybe your actions aren't normal sometimes when you go overboard. But obviously, everyone's normal people. Physical limitations or mental limitations or not, you are still a normal person. But if you go out to the grocery store and like someone congratulates Matthew, like my husband, for going out to the grocery store to buy him some like food, you're like, oh my God, Matthew's wow, you're going out to the store today. Look how brave he is. Look how handsome. What? Like, imagine how weird. Like, say William was an able-bodied person still, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's disabled. But that's why I come up like this. Oh my God! Look how brave you are for going out to the store today. Oh my gosh! You're so brave. You're so handsome. Look at you go, buddy. I'm gonna give you a nice big pat on your head because you're going out today.
That's weird.
That's weird. No one has that, even with a normal person. Oh, sorry, able-bodied person, because everyone's normal. Like, you would not just do that out of your right mind to anyone. What makes you think because I'm sitting down that I am superiorly less than you? What? I still function like a normal-bodied person, like in the mind and everything, and I know I have physical limitations, but that's fine. I've learned to deal with those physical limitations. I can go out of the house and actually enjoy my life rather than thinking here and in sorrow, thinking that, man, disabled people must live the hardest life out there. Sure, we deal with things that able-bodied people don't, but you do too. You have to walk everywhere. We get to sit in our own special chairs and drive around, and our legs can never get tired. Think about it. Our legs never get tired or anything. Like, of course, we have to deal with issues that you don't even think about on the daily basis, but at least we don't have the mindset like you do, thinking, like, imagine if I, a disabled person, came up to an able-bodied person and decided, wow, you're actually, like, out today. Look how brave you are, and look how amazing you are. You'll, like, give me a stupid look and think I'm retarded. Like, you literally think I'm that. And that's what I get without me doing anything but sitting and looking. Like, just looking around, you think I'm retarded. Like, you think I'm the R word. Like, what? I'm just looking around, just casually sitting here. Because I really do, like, think that it's an issue that people have all these stereotypes about disabled people and who can't actually, like, do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, sometimes people have it so bad, or I guess you could say that, like, so unfortunate, I guess. I can't really put it in better words, no offense, but some people have it, like, bad, where they can't use anything below their neck or anything, but they still have decisions. They can make decisions. They can, pick out what they want to wear today. They can do all the things that you can, just with a little more help, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're incapable to, think of anything. It's not like they can't learn anything. Like, they can do everything you can, just with a little extra help. And there's nothing wrong with that. And by that, because, like, oh, wow, like, imagine my mindset as a little kid thinking, well, if I become disabled, I can't do anything, which sucks. I hated how I thought like that. Like, but I was, like, 15. You can't blame me, because disability wasn't, like, widely known, I guess. I mean, it was, like, known, but, like, not how to make things better or what people really thought. But in my head, I thought, wow, I'm gonna be, like miserable and living a horrible life. There are some points where I am miserable from nerve pain, but I'm not miserable with my life. I'm just, like, not angry, just, like, a little frustrated in that moment.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to throw my whole life away because I have fibromyalgia, MS, chronic nerve pain, and a spinal cord injury, and SMA, and several other disorders. I'm not going to throw my life away just because I have all those. I love my life. I have 5 children. Sadly, 1 passed away. I still hate that. That's what I hate. I have a loving wife who's now experiencing disability in her own way. I have a loving husband. I have a house. I have great money. I live with a great family as well. Like, I'm living a good life. Like, pretty standard, pretty normal for me. But all the things that you think, when you think about, I have to go through. But it's become so common, I don't even think about it. Like, I could just get up out of the bed in the morning, and people would have to put their hands under my knees, and then another hand under my neck, and then lift me out of my chair, or out of bed, or put me in my electrical Hoyer lift. I don't even think about that. I will just go with it. But if I had to get up myself and walk, like, if I were able-bodied, I would get up and walk. That is weird to me. That's not weird in the average society, but if I suddenly started to do that, that would be weird, and that would throw me off, because I've been getting used to being carried, and, all this other stuff for, like, so long. Like, it's become, like, theoretically, like, me. It's what I've been used to, it's how my mornings go, and, like, I don't mean to go on a rant, but I just thought, hey, why not just talk about this for a little bit, but, back to the bathroom thing. So, I really thought that me going to the bathroom with, like, limp legs was all I was going to get. But if I ever got into this permanently, I would die. That's what I thought. But I wouldn't die, like, but theoretically, in my head, I was like, I would never want to spend my mornings like this. Well, you only had to do the transferring bit. You didn't have to do the hour and 30 minutes sitting on the toilet just for it maybe not to work. Most of the time it does work. There's just some days where my bowels are acting screwy and not stimulated enough. So, like, I am a C4, C5, C8 quadriplegic, all in the cervical region of the neck. Or the spine, you could either, however you want to say it. Which left me with basically no sensation below the neck. Of course, I do have sensation. I have a lot of sensation on my, like, right arm or left arm. I think it was my left arm. Yeah, I have, like, a lot of sensation on my left arm, but most of that lot of sensation is, like, delayed in some sort. My right arm is screwy. I can only feel the shoulder of my right arm. But I can feel more of my hand on my right arm, which is actually pretty cool, like, to think about. Like, funny how my best arm, with the, like, kind of most sensation, has the worst hand feeling or sensation, but my right arm with the screwy sensation has, like, screwy, better, yeah, I just, like, messed up a little, but better, hand sensation. Like, I can't feel the palms of my hand. I can rarely feel my fingers of my hands, since I am a quadriplegic still. It's just my hands look different. I barely have any use of my fingers. I'm surprised I came out with a little bit of finger function, but since the weakness practically withered that away, and if I didn't get therapy, then I would only feel from the collarbone down, with no sensation. But my legs, anything below my belly button, technically, like, around the joystick area, but lower, just a little bit lower, it, like, has no sensation at all. That's, like, my worst point. I just say I can't feel anything below the legs. That's easier than describing my arms, my chest, like, that all is delayed, and that sometimes in some of those areas, it has no function, or no function, what I'm saying. Like, no, like, sense. how can I say that? Like, no sensation of, like, so my whole chest area, as everyone knows, is, I just basically say I can't feel anything below the legs. Because the reason why I say that is because I still have some feeling in my chest. Like, I can feel, like, when I have to cough or something, I can still feel in my chest and on my chest and everything. But that's not well. I can feel it delayed, but I can still feel it. I just basically say, I can't feel anything below the legs, and that's it. Because I'm not going into full detail on what parts I have sensation or not.
Yeah,
like, that would take forever if I just started, like, not introduced myself like that. Hey, I'm a C4. No, but like, if we got to know each other, I would just say, oh, I just can't feel anything below the legs, and sometimes, and anything below my shoulders is a little bit slightly delayed. So yes, I have, like, pretty much a lot of delayed sensation in my right arm. So yeah. Basically, I just keep it short and sum it up to my legs and everything. So, like, yeah, but now that I have to go to the bathroom, like, in a certain way of, like, getting laxatives and getting stimulation via finger, or digital rectal stimulation, how they say it, using a glove and some lube and going into the butthole and twisting your finger around above, like, the sides of your anus. Or the bottom bit of your rectum. So you're spinning your finger around to actually stimulate a bowel movement. Because that is how your bowels work. It's just, like, physically having to stimulate, because I have no more, like, stimulation down there. I can't poop on my own. That's unless if incontinence happens. And then with pee, I have to do catheterization, either intermediate, or condom cath. I rarely use condom cath, only for, like, going out on big events, and I know I don't have any time to lay down somewhere to do an efficient cathing. But an intermediate cath is basically where you put the cath intermediately, which is inside of you. So, like, a little cath tube, some lube, inserts into the urethra. So, yeah, that's just basically how I pee. It takes only 5 minutes rather than 10 minutes to empty my bladder, because my wife, Emmy, has, like, more troubles. She's always had troubles even before she had a spinal cord injury because of her, tethered spinal cord, I think, like, from cerebral palsy or something. Something happened to her spine while she was, like, during birth or in the womb that made her, like, have issues with peeing. She still has to take, like, a special medication. She can pee on her own, but now she cannot because of the spinal cord injury. But back then, she could pee on her own, just with, medication to help. But if I had to pee for, like, say, 30 minutes, it would take her an hour. So it's, like, taking half, like, it's double the time of mine. So even with the catheter, it takes her 10 minutes to go to the bathroom. And that's okay, we can wait 10 minutes. But, like, if we're doing, like, a high-stakes situation where we can't take a break, we don't know how Amy's going to pee. Because a condom cath can work. But you never know. We just don't take risks. We always find personal.
It's 10:42.
Yep. Well, we've been going on for a while now. Almost an hour.
What have you been talking about? I know you were talking about, like...
I've just been talking, like, honestly, just talking about quadriplegia and, like, what the world thinks.
You've been jumping a lot. I've lost
Yes. Yeah, I do that. I like to talk in the microphone and all about my feelings and stuff. And, basically just about quadriplegia. Because we never had, like, a deep, open conversation about quadriplegia. Quadriplegia and basically yes and basically on how, like, I felt about everything. So I think that's actually going to end today's podcast episode. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next podcast episode. Bye.